Welcome, licensee. If you're watching this, I assume you're already accustomed with Apex. If not, you should go back to my previous transmissions on the introductory tutorials. To find a list of all available transmissions, open a new buffer and enter the TRA command. Corporations are legal entities similar to the companies by whom they are owned. They act as banners under which several companies can band together to pursue common goals and realize collective projects. Companies obtain partial ownership of a corporation by purchasing shares, thus becoming so-called shareholders. Please note that as of now, it is only possible to become shareholder of a single corporation. In the future, Apex will allow licensees to buy shares of multiple corporations. However, each licensee may only have one primary corporation, allowing them to influence its decisions, to enter its comm channels, etc. The rest will remain so-called secondary corporations, in which a licensee only owns shares without being granted any other privileges. If you are not yet member of a corporation, you can start one yourself. Selecting the Corp shortcut on the left, and you will be presented with two options. Found your own corporation in the upper half of the new buffer, or join one you have been invited to in the lower half. I will explain the latter case in a bit. If you would like to create a corporation, enter its desired name and code as well as its starting capital, which will default to your faction's currency. Each invitee to your corporation will have to pay the same amount in the same currency to become a shareholder. Once you select Form Corporation, your corporation is ready to go. Congratulations! If you have been invited to a corporation, you will receive a notification. It's accessible via the NOTS button in the top right of Apex. Clicking it will take you to the CORPM command, which you can alternatively enter into a new buffer by hand. Under Invitations to Existing Corporations, you now have the ability to answer to your invitation. Rejecting an invitation will delete it forever. Accepting it will instantly buy the shares needed to become a member. This is the same amount the founder required when forming the corporation, and it will need to be paid in the same currency. If you do not possess the required currency, the only way to obtain it is via foreign exchange. To invite another company to your corporation, bring up their company information in a new buffer by entering CO, followed by the respective company code. Next, click the Invite button next to the label Corporation in the new window and select Invite Company. Each corporation has its own communications channel, which is accessible to all shareholders. It can be entered by selecting the comm button at the top of the Corp window. Alternatively, you can access the command directly by entering comm followed by CORP- and the corporation ID. Corporate projects provide different advantages to a corporation's members. Once you are a member of a corporation, you can start a corporate project by selecting Start Project or by directly entering the CORPNP command into a new buffer. The first corporate project that must be built before any other corporate project is the corporate headquarters. Note that corporations can exist and operate without having headquarters. Select the desired project from the drop-down at the top. It will take up a plot on the planet you enter into the line labeled Location. After indicating a planet name or ID, the planet will appear and you need to click the desired plot. If you're not satisfied with your pick, choose Change Selection in the bottom right and pick a different one. Lastly, hit Start at the bottom of the window. Once done, the planetary project will appear as a colored plot on the selected planet. Clicking the plot will open the Corp window. Unlike planetary projects, corporate projects do not appear in the infrastructure list. The corporate project will now appear in the infrastructure section at the bottom. At this point, the project does not exist yet, since it must first be built by the corporation's shareholders. Selecting Contribute next to the project's name will open up a buffer in which you can chip in towards the project's construction. Select the storage to take resources from, adjust the slider or sliders to select the amount you would like to donate, and finalize the process by hitting Contribute. At the bottom, you can see all the contributions that have been made by shareholders towards the realization of this project. Once all required contributions have been made and the status bars are full, the corporate project will become operational. One last thing. Corporate headquarters are not a necessity for a corporation to be functional. However, they are the first corporate project that must be realized before any other corporate projects become available. Once corporate headquarters become active, they provide a 10% productivity boost to all bases of members of the owning corporation. If you're getting an error message trying to build your corporate headquarters, that might be because you're trying to do it on a starting planet, which is not possible. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to our channel for more instructional content, behind the scenes footage and more. And of course, make sure to have a look at Prosperous Universe. See you in Apex.